What's up, y'all? This is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. No matter what, you still have to talk to the woman. You know what? I was gonna do something else totally this morning, but sometimes I just get motivated by just something that might happen that morning. Sometimes I don't know what I'm gonna do on a car video till I get into the car. Wait, excuse me for a second. Yeah. Anyway, sometimes I don't know. But before I get into that conversation piece and why I'm even talking about it, man, it was a good day at the gym today. Good day. I just love lifting. I just love moving stuff around. Now, even to get women. And yeah, I'm doing it for my health and everything, but it feels good to know at 57 I can still move some weight around. Easily, really, because honestly, I haven't even been lifting as heavy as I could. I'm just lifting in like moderate what I could, just enough to give me enough of a strain and a little bit of a sweat. Reason why? I'm getting big as shit up here. Traps, shoulders, chest, arms, 48-inch chest, 17-inch biceps. I'm getting big, and I don't even know how to measure my shoulders properly. They just big though. Random women be like, you got some big shoulders. Summertime, y'all. Tank tops and shit and stuff. Wait, hold on again. God damn. Yeah, y'all. Wait a minute again. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, I would let y'all know what I was just doing, but I'm finding out people at my gym know I work, I do videos. So I don't want them thinking I'm putting them on camera or anything. So anyway, I'll leave it at that. Use your imagination. But anyway, right? Yeah, I love movement. I love knowing at 57 I can get in a football hitting drill with somebody and not only hold my own, but knock them out. That's a fantasy of mine. Get some of these detractors that try to disrupt shit, especially on like IG live streams. Come on, man. Put them in the pit and then fuck their asses up. I love to do that. But anyway, that's a fantasy for now. Actually, you know what? That might happen, man. Because, like I said, I'm finding out people in my gym starting to find out what I'm doing. You just need one to, tell people. One young lady knew, but she was keeping it to herself. At least I hope she was. Anyway, right? So check it out. You still got to talk to the woman. What made me even think about that, right? All right. So when I'm in the morning, I usually check, my initial comments and stuff. And I check my comments all day and everything. And sometimes I'll look at the video itself because I can go in the YouTube studio and check comments. But sometimes I check the YouTube, the video itself, with the commercials playing and everything. And let me just say this real quick for anybody who want to really support me, because, I don't ask for donations. If the commercial is of a reasonable length, no more than 2 minutes, oh yeah, if you can sit through it, help a brother out. Anything more than 2 minutes, I saw a commercial one time, 40 minutes. I was like, please, you don't have to sit through it, man, because I don't sit through it. I can give myself money by just putting it on, leaving it on. I'm like, fuck that. I don't sit through it. So anyway, but if they're reasonable length. But anyway, I was looking at a commercial, and it was like one of those Manscaped commercials, right? They got these things that cut the hair around your balls and everything. And the way they set it up, okay, a man was at a bar, right? And a woman came up, approached him and stuff. She approached him. And he was like, girl, and just all goofy. So the bartender gave him a manscaper and everything. Then he came back, he was talking all smooth, and she came back. And of course they try to associate that with the manscaper thing, which quite frankly is some bullshit. But let me go deep thought for a second. For those of y'all, and if you want to join my deep thought channel, start subscribing there. The link is in the description box, because that's why I start thinking about stuff. I was like, okay, that manscaper, that's good for your hygiene and shit. It ain't gonna give you a mouthpiece. But that's the impression they got. All of a sudden he's smooth because he feels smooth. And I was laughing about it, right? Because, I always jump on that thing about you needing more than your or looks. I always jump on it. Even though I promote body game, what have I always said? I said the body is just the foundation. That's the bait. And like if you got looks and a great body, even tall to a certain extent, oh yeah, that's great bait. Or at least taller than the woman. Great bait. That's shit. You blessed if you got that type of bait. You know? Any detractor said I was against it. I never say I was against it. I'm just trying to help out the fellas who, you know, might not have been blessed like that. That's it. And so I'm saying, okay, you ain't blessed like that. This is what else you can do. That's all. But if you blessed like that, shit, you halfway there. Notice I said halfway there. See, one of the things I'm seeing with some people who just promote that, and to be honest with you, even some other people promote body game, even though they don't use those terms, like people outside this space, because there's plenty of people talking about like lifting and all of that. You still gotta talk to them. You still gotta talk to them, because what do I say women will say? He fine till he open his mouth. In fact, I recorded a video this morning. I quoted a friend of mine, lady friend of mine. She said, and she that type of woman, she could get a Chad or Tyrone. Right? She could get a Chad or Tyrone easily. But she said, you know, a guy could be handsome, but if he's like an asshole or his personality fucked up, you know, that'll turn him off. See, here's the thing with it. Even if you're talking about, like, you got some people, you know, because I weighed in on that online versus real life debate, right? No, I don't care where you meet the women, how you meet the woman, you got to talk to them at some point. And that's where a lot of guys mess up. That's where a lot of guys really mess up. Shoot, I'll use myself for an example. It was one time, it was like a lady I met. Because like I said, people, like, you get some people thinking, oh, you're not out here. I'm not married, so, I mean, I'm not married, and my joints still get hard. Shoot, my joint be at the window watching the sunrise. Then they come over and wake me up. Be like, Ron, we got pee, man. Anyway, so I remember a few years ago, you know, because I do vending. People on my business channel know I've done a lot of vending, selling my books and stuff like that. Haven't done anything recently because of COVID lockdowns, and I just haven't. Well, I could do a hair show or something, but anyway, I remember I was doing a hair show, and this nice young lady came over. And actually, I kind of approached her first because she was selling some vegan food. And, you know, people who really follow me, especially follow me on IG, you know I love some vegan food, right? So I went over, got some stuff. But then she came back over to my table, you know, got a number. And we talked a few times, but it wasn't even so much the talking, but then just the communication. Okay, obviously there was a mutual attraction, obviously. But it didn't go beyond that for one simple reason. The conversation didn't have any real romance in it, you know? It was more of a business type of talk or just chatting up with a friend. It didn't have that spark. In fact, in that online video, I said I did online recently, in recent years. I said I did the Bumble thing, which means the women chose me. And I said I talked to a few women off of there, but, you know, nothing came of it. Because the conversation was just like, I mean, it was there, it was cool, but it's like talking with friends. See, I don't care how attractive you are. And like I said, I got a couple other examples. You know, you meet some women, you might be talking, have an initial attraction, but the convo, you talk to them is something different. That's the key. You still, okay, you got the initial thing. Okay, you get the number. Boom. Hell, I got some of the women's numbers still in my phone thing. Still in my phone. I just haven't like bothered to delete them. But you had the conversation, you talking to them, and despite an initial attraction, boom. Because I even mentioned one woman who, I don't know, she might watch some videos every now and then because she definitely seen them. You know, there was a definite initial attraction. She told me right there, look me in the eye and stuff, saying, oh yeah, you look younger than you know, you look younger, you know, you fine. Okay. But the conversation. See, you still gotta talk to the woman. And there's not enough focus on the social part. In fact, I would say that's the problem with a lot of guys. It ain't really that they thinking, oh, well, they ugly or whatever. But if you put them up against some bona fide players, you probably couldn't tell the difference. If you looked at them and say which one is the player, in most cases, you couldn't tell. In most cases, because they look about the same. Their looks in the same range, because even with that looks thing, you know, people talking Chad and Tyrone, but you're talking 1% of the population. They're the exceptions, not the rule. Let's just be real. Most of us are average looking. We ain't standing out like that. If you challenge it, and I would say this, if anybody challenges it, go find a model scout and ask them. They get paid to. They ain't just some random people just you know, trying to rate each other or try to rate someone's looks, or somebody online trying to rate it. Shoot, they getting paid like big money. They get paid. They gotta find like that next supermodel. And they can break it down even more as far as the facial features and shit. You know, that's just a reality. And they'll tell you, most people are average. But what's separating the player who's getting a lot of women from the other guy? Because even when I talk body game, and you know, and shout out Cousin Tito, he talks about the ASP, the Alpha Showpiece. How many people are really in there? Cousin Tito says, you know, that Alpha Showpiece, less than 1% of the population. He corrected me when I put out 5%. He corrected me. He publicly corrected me. He said, no, it's 1%. You know? So what's separating a lot of people is really, ain't even a looks thing. It's really just a conversation. It's really, and even then, you got some guys, look at all the handsome man videos I've done recently. Look at all the handsome man videos. They wouldn't have been popular. You wouldn't have guys actually asking for handsome man game videos if that's all it is. But it's the social thing. It's a social thing, and it's two levels to it. One, just having the balls just to speak to a woman. A lot of guys, it's kind of funny to me. Some guys can't even just say a basic hi. That's why I tell men, I say, look, get started just saying hi. And people might say, think it's some small thing. I said, no, you got some guys out here, they can't even say hi to a woman, or they thinking too much. Just hi. And shit, if your bait is right, they'll say hi to you. If your bait is right, they'll say hi to you. Okay, fine, you said hi, the door is open. Now what? Now what? You still got to actually talk. Y'all got to have a conversation. Like, I've had a couple people ask me, well, what do I say? What do I say? Well, you got to find something in common, you know? A universal thing is just talking about the weather. Okay, that's something in common. Then if you could take it further, where you at? Are you in a grocery store? Seriously, are you in a grocery store? You can talk about the avocados or something, you know? They can have a crazy sale on something, or you know what, you see some food or something, you with that woman and say, you know what, I had that before, I really make that. That's a great thing. I had a conversation with a woman one time. She was looking at, damn, I forgot what it was too. Oh, I think it was a turkey or something, right? And she was giving me some stuff. She would say, yeah, put this in there. It was something in common. A lot of guys don't get that though, but that's really all you really need. That's really all you really need in everything. Yeah. Oh, for those people who, you know, be trying to figure out where I live, be looking at the background, I'm in Harford County. Let me make it easy. I'm going to Wegmans now. If you see me in there, walk up slowly. Yeah. Oh, referring to something I said earlier, I find out a lot of people around here. I'm running into people, man. Say, hey, Uncle Rom. Shit. I ran into somebody, they live in the same building as my co-parent and my sons. I was like, what the? They coming in, hey, you Rom Wills. Who asking? Nah, he was cool. He was cool people, so he's a good guy. But shit. So anybody watching and stuff, I'll be at Wegmans, walk up slowly. But anyway, and incidentally, going to Wegmans, I'll be moving in a few months. I'm gonna be living, I'll just say near there. I'll leave it at that. But anyway, one of the things though is that you gotta find the common thing. That's just on the first level. That's just on the first level. One of the things is be able to have a conversation about anything. See, one of my gifts with Mouthpiece, and I've said this before. Let me shout out Alan Roger Curry. He's the only one I'd say got a better mouthpiece. I give it to him because he works on it more, so he'll blow me away. Well, he'll beat me. I'll put it like that. If we had a contest, I'd make him like, there'd be a bead of sweat. But he'll win because he's better at it. But my mouthpiece, I can chat it up anybody, anywhere, anytime. Gift of gab. Shit, I've had conversations with people who could barely speak English. Shit. But all it is as people see different types of videos, people will say, hey, you can talk about different things. I'm just a polymath like that. So I got stuff to talk about. Plus, I can be clown, shit. Plus, I can go different classes. You know, I can be Rami and talk with somebody on the street, or I could say, you know what, this geopolitical situation going on right now will have significant consequences for future generations. All right. So one of the things is, have stuff to talk about. In my book, Nice Guys and Players, I said read. Just read. Have something to talk about. Shit. I was telling my son, giving my older son that game and stuff. And he gets a lot of attention because he's like 6'3" and stuff. But he's like on the shy side. I said, dude, you like all those adult comedies and stuff. Just talk about them. You can break them down. I said, shoot. And then that actually leads to another thing, though. That leads to another factor, though. Because, yeah, you can talk with them, but that still don't necessarily mean they're going to be turned on. Because with the woman, let me break down what it is with the woman. Okay, they find you physically attractive. They may even feel a tingle. Okay. Their defenses are still up, though. Their defenses, because they don't know you from Jack. You could be crazy. You know, you might be some psycho dude. Shit. Women got to worry about rape. Seriously, date rape. Most women are raped by guys that they know. So their defenses are still up. So you got to sit, one of the part of your conversation is you got to relax them and stuff. And their defenses still might be up because, for some reason I can't fathom. The crazy ones got better conversation. That's why some of these women out here be with some straight up savages. But anyway, they still got their defenses up. So what you got to do, your conversation got to go to the next level. Your conversation got to go to the next level. Basically, get her to laugh. I still remember I had a client. He was over in across the pond in Britain, and I remember what he said. He said he said I could always share it. He was having trouble in that conversation because he would be real serious, and I said, well, don't get serious until you know her for a while. When you first meet her, keep it fun, keep it light and stuff. And he said he did that. He said her Uber driver or whatever the kind of ride sharing they have over there gave him a blowjob. So I was like, okay, have fun with it, because, and I got a video coming next week. I talk specifically about a woman's emotional nature, because that's the key. That's a big key. Shoot, that's why I've always said preachers and pimps. Though I had a pimp tell me one time, I said to him, I said, preachers are pimps in the pulpit. And that pimp looked at me and said, don't ever insult pimps like that. Yeah, he wasn't joking either. He had a killer look on his eyes. But nah, that's all they do is jump into that emotion. And, I get some guys, well, how do I emotionally connect? Just talk, have fun with it. And I gave an example, like some people who follow me on IG remember last week I was on an IG Live with this beautiful young lady from across the pond. And there's some clips of it on my IG. And anybody who watched it, yeah, we was like, I say the first hour and a half, me and her were like totally serious. We talking sex and all of that. And stuff, like serious conversation. Last hour was just straight. We were just having fun. We were just flirting and everything. And it was cool. It wasn't like some flirting, actually trying to get some. Like, we were just having fun. We were just talking shit and having fun. Because the Tito, he was there. Offie Kingdom, he stopped through. Shoot, they saw it. They were like, I know some people were like, damn, Rom, you had a mouthpiece like that. But it was just a fun thing. It was just a fun thing. In fact, anybody who follow me on my IG, I shared a clip from that Bel Air show. The updated version of the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. And I shared that scene I shared that scene where Michael Ealy was playing this art studio owner named Reed, and how he was he was throwing down that rap. He's throwing down that air zone with Aunt Viv. In fact, I'm gonna share that in the description box. That was like, man, that was like almost textbook how he came up. My man walked up, had a couple like glasses of wine. When he approached first and stuff, I mean, he stopped for a second, just gave her a look. I was like, man, that shit was textbook. Shoot, that's like one of those things. I was like, damn, he was smooth with that shit. I had to give him that. That's one of those things, if you see that type of like approach and how he did it and everything in the real world, you pop your collar to him. You be like, damn, dude, that was smooth as shit. But that was that conversation. Because, and that's the important thing, because regardless of your bait, okay, your bait gets you over there. The bait slows the woman down for about a minute. She look at you, she see you look good, she be like, oh, okay. But you don't want to do like in that commercial and stuff and be, she like, hi, you like, blah, blah, blah. It's like, damn. Seriously. And shit. And indeed, I'm going to tell you what. Because I've had some people who try to say, Mouthpiece is superior to body game and the physicality. Not really. You still got to use something, because very, very, very few people, very few men will have a mouthpiece so strong that their bait is just totally whack. Because women are always checking it out. Even if they ain't checking for you to be a supermodel, they checking your cleanliness. They checking how you wearing your clothes. They checking for your social class. You gotta have some type of bait. You got some clothes. They don't have to be stylish, but clean. Trust me, they checking that out. So you can't really separate them, but there should be a sequence. So you got the physical bait, your body, your grooming looks. That's why I still say, still fix yourself up to the best extent possible, regardless of how you feel you look. Still, have a fresh haircut and stuff. Like, I look at myself now. I'm not in, like, pickup mode right now. And, no, I shouldn't say pickup, because some people mistake me for a PUA. I ain't really trying. I'm just chilling and stuff. But when I'm, like in, hunter mode, I'll put it. It's stuff, shit, this gets shaved. This gets, make sure I got this right. But you gotta have it. Make sure the shoes are shined, all of that stuff, right? And that's the important thing. But then you still gotta talk. Okay, the bait stops them and stuff. You stand out to them and stuff. But then you gotta talk to them. And then even there's two levels. There's basic conversation. And then there's conversation to make her feel a certain way. Like, in general, if you can say something to make her smile, seriously, if you can make her smile, start thinking about the position and smile in a good way. Start thinking about the positions. And then, what you do in the bedroom? Well, you need to hit up my Patreon. You need to hit up my Patreon and just take your time and just go through everything. Just start at the latest one and just go back and stuff. So, but you got to have that conversation. You still got to talk. You can't get around that. In fact, I've talked to some young women, and let me shout out my man, Tom Ott. He said the same thing. A lot of these young women, they want to deal with older men. They want to deal with older men because older men still talk. A lot of guys messing up because they trying to text. It's like, nah. You just text just in general and stuff. You need to hear that voice. Because part of the mouthpiece is she hearing your voice and everything. Conversation. Your speech intonations, your voice tone, and all of that. All of that's important, And then really even your body language. It's deeper than people realize. It's deeper than people realize. But you got to have it. There's no ifs, ands, and buts to it. I'm going to have to get off this phone. I'm about to go in hunt mode anyway. So anyway, though, that's all I got for today, y'all. you know, but that's important. And I'm going to stick on it because, you know, I had a couple people ask me this morning on my other video about doing body game videos. It's like, I've only done a few hundred. There's only so many ways I can say hit the gym. But what I'm seeing a bit more, and I'm going to still do body game. I mean, you know, I'm going to keep that up. But what I'm seeing more and more, a lot of dudes are losing out just on the social piece. Seriously. It's like, dude, that woman won't bite. Well, unless you wanted to. Seriously, a lot of guys just saying basic. That's why I say just if you get to the point you can just interact basic high, that takes you a long way. Because I don't give a fuck how social media we get. I don't give a fuck about some metaverse and all of that. Humans still need contact with another human. Humans still need it. I don't care who you are, you still need it. Our very bodies respond to a hug, like a good hug, like a 20-second hug every day. Like I remember there was a grocery store around here. I had a buddy. In fact, there's a pic of us on my IG. You really got to dig down and stuff. Real cool and stuff. But the thing was, you know, we ain't doing anything but us see each other. We give each other a good hug, a good 20-second hug. They say that got some medical benefits. So, you know, human beings need to touch each other. Human beings need to interact. We need to talk. Like it or not, you know? Hell. And if you're talking about getting with a woman, I don't care how you meet her in the street, well, you're already talking to her. You meet her online, you got to talk to her at some point. So no matter what, you got to talk. So anyway, yo. Oh, I know. Damn, this is a long one. People be like, well, I don't do lives. Dude, I got 2 teenage sons. Several sites. And I got a life outside of this and stuff. I don't have time for it. I just don't have time. And if I did, I wouldn't have time to play around with any people trying to, like, troll, because I'd be having serious guests on if I did it. So anyway, though, I know somebody still won't get in. Hey, Ron, can you do it? You get super chats. I make more than enough money doing what I'm doing. So anyway, that's all I got for now, yo. Y'all have a good day. I'm gonna go get some vittles from a different place now. Anyway, they had some good vittles. I was here the other day. I was like, I couldn't eat them though. I couldn't really chew on that side. I was like, shit, I gotta come back. So anyway, y'all. Oh, it's kind of funny when I came yesterday. When I did the video yesterday, got out the car. It was funny that I still saw a lady friend. I'm like, oh, that's her car. Called her up. She in here chilling. That's how I go, man. That's how I go. So anyway, I get back with y'all. Peace and